Club Atlético de San Luis, more commonly known as Atlético San Luis, is a Mexican professional football club based in San Luis Potosí. They currently compete in the second tier of Mexican football, Ascenso MX. Atlético San Luis is a Phoenix club born from the ashes of San Luis FC when they moved to Chiapas in order to become Chiapas FC. However, Jacobo Payan, a local businessman, acquired Tiburones Rojos de Veracruz from Ascenso MX and in turn moved them to the city of San Luis Potosí. The Apertura 2013 was their first tournament in the Ascenso MX, in which they gained their first access to league play. They finished the regular season in 7th place but were later eliminated by Club Necaxa in the quarterfinals. They were battered 2-0 in both legs to cap off their unsuccessful season. During the off-season, the Jaguares de Chiapas franchise nearly moved back to San Luis Potosí in time for the 2016-17 Liga MX season. However, the deal fell through, causing San Luis to be unable to register for both the Ascenso and Liga MX. Due to this, the 2016-17 season was devoid of football for the city of San Luis Potosí. It wasn't all bad though, since on March 16, 2017, Atlético Madrid announced a 50% ownership of the club alongside the state of San Luis and other minority owners. The goal was for Atlético Madrid to carry their club philosophy to San Luis. According to their manager, this included relying on youth prospects from Atlético Madrid's academy to supplement the roster. Unfortunately, the 2017-18 season was not one to remember. Both the Apertura and Clausura ended in mediocre mid-table finishes, much closer to the relegation zone than to the top of the table. However, good things come to those who wait, and those who have money. Argentinian forward Nicolás Ibáñez signed for the team for just $650,000 on a 3-year contract. It was the only player they spent any money on that season, and it just so happened to be the 6th highest transfer fee in the Ascenso's history. At the beginning of this season, only 9 out of the 15 teams in the Ascenso were actually qualified to be promoted. Thanks to their financial backing, Atlético San Luis was among them. To top it off, Alfonso Sosa was brought in to steer the club in the right direction. He was chosen due to the fact that his last 2 teams had already been promoted. It took just 6 months for them to display the fruits of their labor, since thanks to the free-scoring nature of Nicolás Ibáñez, they were able to reach the final of the Apertura. They miraculously overcame a 1-0 first-leg defeat against Dorados de Sinaloa, coached by the legendary Diego Maradona, as they won 3-2 in the second to send the game to extra time. Despite making just 6 appearances and not having scored a single previous goal for the club, 5'5" Argentinian midfielder Leandro Torres scored the winning goal in the 103rd minute. This title win meant that the team was guaranteed a spot in the promotion playoff final against whoever managed to win the Clausura. In the end, it didn't matter, since Nicolás Ibáñez once again put the team on his back and dragged them to an unbeaten season with 12 goals. Aside from having the top scorer on their team, they also had Kevin Lara, who led the league with 5 assists, and 2 more players who managed 4 apiece. They continued their dominance by narrowly defeating Celaya in the quarterfinals and manhandling Venados in the semis. The club who once saw no light at the end of the tunnel is now just 2 games away from the promised land of Liga MX. However, there is a familiar foe standing in the way of their success: Maradona and Drogados de Sinaloa. It's a rematch for the ages, but they've beaten them once before, and in my opinion, they can do it again. Even if San Luis were to lose this final, they'd get another shot at promotion due to having won the Apertura title. The Atlético Madrid investment group certainly knows the financial potential of a Liga MX team and will surely invest heavily into the team, if they can gain promotion. On top of all that, the fan base is already there for Atlético San Luis, as the fans are highly engaged and very passionate. Thus, I ask you to hop on the bandwagon with me before Atlético San Luis becomes a name feared throughout Mexican football. It is the calm before the storm, and soon every Liga MX team will be shaking in their boots. Especially considering the fact that Fernando Torres has been linked with a move to the side. I've never really supported any Liga MX team, but if they are promoted, then I may have to buy a kit.